Hi there guys and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a good day so far. Now I'm filming this the day after the Wolves defeat. It did finish Crystal Palace 0, Wolves 1 at Selhurst Park, and this is going to be a bit of a Palace daily, but it's going to be mainly reviewing the game and just talking a bit about the state of the club right now, or not so much the club, the state of the team and the way we're playing, and some of my thoughts, because I went on social media last night and to be honest the amount of stick the team got, rightly so in many cases. It was just a massive amount of, especially on Twitter, a massive amount of people, fans being really downhearted, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on it because it's really big topic amongst the Palace fans at the moment, the way we're playing and how poorly we're playing at times. So let's just start off with the result, 1-0 loss. Personally, I think the problem came with the lineup. Now, I don't mind Roy changing it to a 4-4-2. I think that was a good call, going back to something that worked previously, changing it up a bit because we needed a bit of a change. Like I said in the intro to the vlog, by the way, thank you so much to all the views on that. Overnight, that's gone up to over 2,500 views, almost 3,000, and that's unheard of for me. So thank you so much for your support on that, guys. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, in the intro to the vlog, I did describe about the lineup and how I think against Bournemouth we were very slow, lackluster. Maybe because it was a Monday night, I don't know. But we weren't really up for it. We didn't look like we were pressing in our first half. We were very poor, gave the ball away too much. And that, in that sense, I agree with why Roy changed the lineup. Not so much the lineup, sorry, but the formation. Going two up top, but I thought it had to be Wilf and Andros up front if he was going to go back to that formation. The fact he kept Ayew playing, again, we're not really sport for choice in that department at the moment because Benteke and Wickham are still out, although Wickham has come back to training. So I can understand him playing Ayew, but not if you're playing a 4-4-2. I thought that Ayew should have been dropped, put Townsend up front. Schlupp, I agree with Schlupp coming in out wide, but then I think Maya should have definitely played a part in the middle. Me personally, I think if we're going 4-4-2, we'd have obviously had the same back four, but I would have had MacArthur and Schlupp out in the wide positions, Luca and Maya in the middle, and then Zaha Townsend up front. That's how I would have set up, and I think a lot of Palace fans probably would have set up if we were going that formation. Once everyone's fully fit, I think 4-3-3 is the way to go, with Kouyaté and Maya both being in the team with Luca in the midfield three. Nothing against MacArthur, but I just think that Kouyaté and Maya are better options than him at the moment, because the way the team are playing, we need more creativity, a bit more physicality as well. So that was my first issue. Dropping Maya was really, really strange, especially that he wasn't injured. And against the Wolves side that are hard to break down. We've seen how hard they are to break down. They play three at the back with wing backs. They were very, very good defensively. Credit to Wolves. We really struggled even when we were in a good period of play. We really couldn't find an opening anywhere. And that's credit to Wolves. Their defence was very solid and they were defended very, very well. Willy Bolly and Connor Cody, I think, were the standout players for me from their back line. But that's when you need someone like Maya just to unlock the defence, send the attack through. And if we was playing for 90 minutes, I think we would have got a goal. I think we looked like scoring at times. For example, Maya's volley did really well to keep that down. Great save from Patricio, and then the follow-up, Schlupp really should have put it in, but it was another good save from Patricio as well. And, you know, if you're going to look at key individual moments in the game, I think we would have scored in that game if certain decisions, or not decisions, but certain moments went differently. And it's very hard, that makes it even harder to take, that we lost 1-0 and still haven't scored at home. I think some of the stick that people online have been giving the team is a little bit harsh. And my thoughts on it in general is that we're playing poorly. Luca, I think, is his worst form at Palace since he joined a couple of seasons ago. We got MacArthur, who was off today. Vanana was off today. There was too many sideways passes, too many times, especially once they went 1-0 up, that we looked to play a pass and he just passed it straight back to them. And then they could have gone for 2 or 3 more, to be honest, if they really wanted to, but they didn't. They just sat back and took the 1-0, which is why I said they Burnley'd us in my title of the vlog. And that was what was really poor, is how sloppy, not just in this game, but across the season, how sloppy we've been in possession and how slow we are in attack. Wilf, I don't think, is 100% fit, because every time he got the ball, he just wasn't as quick and as dynamic and as, you know, and as confident to take on a man as he usually is. Plus, he's a winger. He's not a striker. I agree with him playing up front against Wolves. I agree with the system changing. But when everyone's fully fit, he has to play out wide. Just a lot of errors in that game, and that was the reason we lost, in my opinion. Really well taken goal. I don't think there was much wrong with how we defended that. I think it was just really nice 1-2 and a really good finish. But it was just a response from the goal. There was just nothing really, and that's what's disappointing, and that's what's concerning. Especially when Hodgson is picking players like Schlupp ahead of Meyer to go in the team. It's not really justified in any way. So that's why I can understand the stick that a lot of people are giving the team. Where I don't understand is when they're slaughtering the team, saying that we're going to be in another relegation battle. Yes, we've got a tricky run of games coming up, and I think after the international break, the run of games, 4 or 5 games we have after that international break, I think by the end of that we will be hovering just above the drop, if not just in it. But across the course of the season, I'm very confident Hodgson will sort it out. His experience last season, he showed he can sort out problems, bigger problems than we are in now. And I think that when we have a fully fit squad, and eventually everything will click. This is what I said to my brother yesterday. I think that yes, it's a really poor run of form, and in the games we played, we should have at least 5 more points, I think, than we're at now. But everyone goes through sticky runs, and I think that once we get through the tricky run we got coming up, and I think when players come back, get fully fit, we start to gel a little bit more. And then obviously got the January window as well, eventually coming up further down the line. I think that we'll be okay. I don't think we're going to get relegated. There's definitely 3 worse teams in the league than us. I think that a lower mid-table sort of finish is what we're likely going to get. But I just think we got to all just relax just a little bit. It's a bad run, but and then also I wanted to just quickly, before I finish, touch on the fan situation. Obviously, I'm down in Block B, and it is still the most vocal part of the ground, along with the Arthur Waite, that little corner. Still the most vocal part, even though the fans have dropped, the quality of the atmosphere has dropped to Selhurst. The problem is, I think that a lot of fans are they're not getting involved. The main reason why we did come from behind last season and we did clutch some really valuable points is because of the fans being the 12th man. It's so big at Selhurst Park, so big to the team. I do think that the fans have affected the way the team are playing, not massively, because the team have to do a job on the pitch at the end of the day. But I don't think it's going to take time for the players to adapt to the lack of support that they're used to from Selhurst Park, which is why the HF, I think, leaving have done more wrong than good in what they've done. I know we've got the senior section coming up next year, and in that sense, the HF have succeeded in what they wanted, but at what expense, at what cost? So I sang for the whole 90 minutes, and a lot of people in that area did try and sing for the whole 90 minutes. The problem was, without a drum, without a central section orchestrating the singing, there was no way it was going to spread across the ground. And because of the weather, it was bloody freezing, and the way we were playing, we weren't playing well at all. There was nothing for the fans to respond to on the pitch, to get up and support them. So a lot of problems at the moment, but I am confident Roy will turn it around. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on it in general in the game. I hope you enjoyed this video. And guys, I'm also, on a lighter note, as I'm recording this, I'm only 8 subscribers away from 1,000 subs on the channel. And for me, that's a really big milestone, and never thought I would. I started off this as just a university thing, trying to get confident in front of camera. Didn't really think I'd go along with it the way I have, and now a lot of fans, especially from other clubs who watch the vlogs, giving me support. Really shocked at how many fans from other clubs are supporting me as well, not just Palace fans, and just to all of you, thank you so much. I want to say, once we do hit 1,000 subs, I will put it up on Twitter, and I will let you know the date when I'm going to be doing a 1,000 sub live stream Q&A, where you guys can ask me excuse me, where you guys can ask me questions about Palace, football, the Premier League, anything you want, and I'll answer your questions and ask you questions and vice versa. It's just going to be a 1,000 subscriber live stream, just chatting about football basically, and anything you want to talk about, Q&A. So I will let you know when that will be, once we hit 1,000 subs, and check out my Twitter when that happens, and I'll let you know. So thank you guys for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share it out to any other Palace fans if you want to as well, and hopefully we turn this form around. I'm confident we will, but let's just all be a bit of a lighter note. A lot of negativity around Palace at the moment. Let's just all relax a bit, and like I said, I'm confident we can turn this around.